Triple G. Brace yourself for the things you'll see. From comic books to toys and more. And all cartoons that we adore. Pop culture flicks and geeky stuff. We love it all and can't get enough. So settle in and enjoy the show. Please hit like and subscribe before you go.
How's it hanging, YouTube? It's Peter here, your Ginger Jolly Geek. Welcome back to the channel. And we are here for another episode of Panel Breakers. We've got tons to get through tonight, so we are going to crack straight on. Mr. Keegan, we missed you last week. How are you?
Hey, I'm very well. Good to be back.
Good stuff, pal. Efren, how are you doing, my friend?
Am I out of focus already?
Yeah.
Technical difficulty. I'm gonna have James come over here and help me out. So, guys, I'm doing fine, and I'll be right back.
Catch it a bit, pal.
Okay.
We've been trying to help Efren with his sound settings before we went live.
So loud.
Why we're a little bit late, but yeah. And anyway, we've also got Mr. Sorrel. How are you, Sorrel? Are you well?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
Very well. Very, very well indeed. Right. Now, I'm going to go through the chat. As I'm doing that, James, I've got a job for you. All right. Yes. And I know giving you a job's challenging, but
I feel like I'm reliable, though.
Yeah.
Reporting for duty.
So, I have spotted on the right-hand side of my page here something called widgets. Can you see that? And it looks like I've got an option to do polls. Can you see this?
In which section?
Do you know where all different banners?
I see it.
Oh, widgets. Yeah. New poll.
Want to play with that and see what it does? Okay. I've got a few more might be able to do little.
Did you just invite James to play with your widget?
James has played with my widget on many an occasion, but we.
I'm the most experienced. Obviously, you'd want me for this job. You know?
James jumps at the chance.
He certainly does, yeah. Let's see who we've got in the chat. We've got Fuzzy of the Done Up. Easy now. Here we are. Fuzzy. I haven't read it yet because I haven't picked it up from the comic shop tomorrow. I know you've got your advanced order. Is Spider-Man, Superman really that bad, mate?
Oh,
no. On Instagram before we went live. Yeah. Fuzzy marks out of 10. How many fuzzies out of 10 are we giving it? I cannot understand how they can possibly get another crossover event wrong. I cannot. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to reading it. But in Fuzzy we trust. So that's what he says. What are you saying, Efren?
Dang it.
Indeed, Efren. Indeed. Dang it. Yeah, I cannot. Yeah, I've got no words if it's crap. Ash, nice to see you, pal. Hope you're doing well. Bat Dan, always good to see you, bud. Ash is saying hello to the sheriff, keeping him sweet. We've got Wayne, nice to see you, pal. Hope you're well. Chris, oi. When is the Temu Trump? I think that's me. How dare you? Will he ever be on time? How dare you, sir? Luke, good to see you, pal. Evening all. Still having a nightmare at work, but got you guys on in the background. Good stuff, Luke. Thank you for that, pal.
So I have one ready to go. I don't know what's going to happen when I hit this. So
okay,
start and show.
This is exciting. Hang on, drum roll. Oh,
okay,
that's funny. You're a funny. Can James still be considered a content creator? Anyway,
we got placement options there as well, and then I assume it's coming up in the chat. Is it? So someone hit.
Someone hit one or two and see what happens.
It says it updates live as you're going.
This is really exciting. This is like cutting edge technology. This.
Yeah,
I'm about to do it. See if it shows up.
Look at you. I haven't done it for
you.
Absolutely not. How dare you? Why are you moving it around? You're making us feel sick.
I'm trying to think what's the best place to put it. It is pretty cool. I think it works
pretty cool.
Yeah, it works better for like 4 people. I'm not sure.
You're just trying to block out Sorrel, aren't you? You're trying to block out Sorrel.
Yeah, I'll put it over there. We go.
That's better. Yes. Where do we get to? So, Stephen, nice to see you, my friend. Hope you are doing well. And Simon is here as well. Greetings and salutations, everybody. Always good to see you. Let's see who else we've got. Mr. Keegan. Did we miss him though? We had Phil here. Chris. So everything's better when Phil's here. Did everyone miss him? Peter, stop. Show James your widget kinky sound. Is Efren the voice of God? Yeah, he's booming. He's booming tonight. He's booming. We'll love it. One, generously. Thank you, Fuzzy. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's dog shit. This is the Superman. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Never mind, never mind. Andy, nice to see you, pal. I'm going to be chatting about Andy a little bit later on because Andy is an absolute gem and he's designed a web page for me, which is phenomenal. James, get that off the screen. I am changing my view now. Look at it. The sum there, look. See it? We've got Eamon, nice to see you, Eamon. Hope you're doing well. I see shenanigans. It must be a Triple J stream. Absolute shenanigans assured. Evelyn Chaps, nice to see you, Demo. Hope you're well. Color coordinated tonight, me and Efren, absolutely. James and Sorrel, we're going on angles. It's an X. Terry, hope your wife is well, Terry. I know you mentioned the other day. I hope she's on the mend, pal. I hope she's on the mend. I'm noting everybody that says I'm no longer ginger, just so you're aware. I'm just skirting down.
Keeping a list.
Yeah. Efren, what's that? You're saying that I'm no longer ginger?
Well, it said not and absolutely not. Didn't say
All
yes.
right. Okay, I'll see. I got you. I'm with you. You asked for a score out of 5. Did I? Or did I say 10? I don't even know, mate. I don't even know. But it was cack. I take it. It was cack. Pod Racing Palpatine, always good to see you. 23 people in the chat for shenanigans ahead. Right, we've got loads to get through tonight, guys. So I am going to... Wayne, I'm not reading that out. You dirty boy. I'm not reading that out. Right, we've got loads to get through, guys. As is now customary with this show, I feel like we're going to have to, it's like a memorial section every bloody week. It's horrible. But as is customary, what a bloody week. What a week. So we've had 4 deaths from the kind of the pop culture sphere. Chuck Norris. Obviously, Chuck Norris is a bit of a kind of a legend. Political side, because I think he drifted near his latter years to the MAGA sphere, but there's no doubt in that he was a kind of an icon in all the memes and all that kind of stuff. Just absolutely incredible. From a comic book point of view, Sam Keith, incredible artist, creator of the Max and co-creator of Sandman, has sadly passed away after a relatively short illness with Lewy bodies dementia as well, very, very sadly. So yeah, Sam Keith, incredible artist, loved his work. Very distinct style. I don't know if you guys are very familiar with his work, but a very distinct style. And then Buffy star Nicholas Brendan, he passed away at 54. The guy who plays Xander in Buffy the Vampire Slayer. He's a chap who has, to be fair, struggled with addiction and things for a number of years, had some spinal issues as well, spinal surgery, and very, very sadly passed away. So that's awfully, awfully sad. And then finally, Valerie, I'll get her surname wrong, Perrine, I think it is. Perrine, is it? Yeah, Miss Teschmacher from the Superman movies. I don't really know what else she was in, but that role of Miss Teschmacher, who's Lex Luthor's kind of PA, stuck with me from watching it as an early movie. And when I got my first admin support at work, my first PA, I used to call her Miss Teschmacher, and I just assumed everybody would know what that was. And it wasn't until like a year or so later someone said, "What the hell are you talking about, Peter? It was Superman, isn't it?" And nobody knew what I was on about. She'd just gone along with it for like a year, but never mind. So yeah, awful week for sad passings. Are you guys? We'll start in the middle with Efren. Are you guys familiar with these individuals? Is there any of them in particular that you want to mention?
I mean, Nicholas Brendan, I used to love him in Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Xander. So yeah, I mean, it's sad when anybody passes away. I mean, Chuck Norris, that epic fight scene against Bruce Lee. I remember that. Yeah. I've never seen his TV show, Texas Ranger.
No, I don't.
I know Nicholas Brendan. He had a twin though.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
That's
right. Chuck Norris, I was watching there was a little memorial thing for him the other day, and they had an interview of him when he was talking about that fight with Bruce Lee, and he said there was no choreography. They basically rocked up. They spoke to each other for 5-10 minutes and said, "I'm going to try and do this. You do that. He does this. Blah blah blah," and then it just went. And nice. It was one of the best fight scenes ever.
Yeah.
James, yourself?
Yeah, like Chuck Norris, mostly I've not seen many movies with him in it. Like the Expendable, he's a meme person. Like I think a celebrity character, but like I don't know him well as an actor. Like, I know he's obviously huge contributions to the action genre. Sam Keith, Sandman is one of my favorite comic book properties, and I think he's often forgotten. Like people just associated with Neil Gaiman. Obviously like incredibly important to the creation of that. So like that's a shame. And then like Buffy, I've not watched a huge amount, but I know the guy. So it's a shame. It's always sad to see.
Yeah, awful. And Mr. Sorrel, any of those you want to mention? Are you familiar with Sam Keith's work? You're on mute, pal. You're on mute.
You're muted. Can't hear you.
I can read your lips.
Here we go. Try again. Sam Keith, I don't really know, I'm going to be honest. And Valerie, sadly, I'm not overly aware of her either. But, Nicholas Brendan, obviously, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, many other 90s movies and stuff, know him from those. Very sad passing. He's not even that old, is he? Bloody hell, 54. Jesus Christ.
No, I think, like I say, I think he had a lot of issues post-Buffy. He sadly, I think, his career didn't go where he hoped it would go after Buffy. And I think he ended up in a pretty dark place.
He wasn't.
Sorry, go on.
Sorry, I was going to say he wasn't supposed to be in the new one, was he?
I don't think so. I don't think he was meant.
Okay.
I don't think anybody was in the new one. I think Buffy was. Well, we're going to touch on that in a second. But yeah. Sorry, what were you saying, pal?
Well, I was just saying, like Chuck Norris was was mainly for me growing up. It was all the memes. You know what I mean? Like everyone said about the memes. So in true Chuck Norris style, he didn't die. He just told death it was time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just going to quickly jump to the chat, guys, before we move on. Wayne, stop being rude to Peter. James is there. Exactly. Focus all your attention on that. So true, Belly. Ian, nice to see you, pal. Hope you're well. You still be Triple G. Great, Geordie Geek. Oh, see, everyone's at it. But you're right. But you have future-proofed the name. That's what I've done there. Thank you, Peter. It looks like Tuesday. Oh, excellent. Good, Terry. I hope you're getting plenty of support in, Terry. For when she comes back. Superboy Prime actually says, yo, let's keep it. Oh my god. Let's keep it 100. I'm not joking. It's like a 12-year-old. Fuzzy, you really. How can they get all of these crossovers so wrong? Horrendous. Sam Keith, genuine one of one, incredible talent. He's got a very distinct art style. Sorrel, you will recognize his art style as soon as you kind of see it today. Can't even describe it. It is a very unique.
In Sandman, it's dreamlike, and I think that's the genius of it. As it fits that so well.
Absolutely. I had no idea she was an Oscar-nominated actress until I read her a bit. I didn't realize either. THX, I didn't realize she was an Oscar-nominated. As far as excuses to drop, you have a PA. All right, I see what you're saying, Chris. Yes, I have a PA. Underrated toy line. Chuck Norris has. If you ever seen any, I haven't seen any Chuck Norris toys. Any of you guys got any Chuck Norris action figures?
No.
I have to check that. Invasion USA every Christmas from now. I'm watching Firewalker at the moment with Norris in it. I'm like the guys. I can't remember seeing a lot of these films apart from these kind of early ones with Bruce Lee and stuff. Valerie's first film was Slaughterhouse 5. Did 24 movies and several TV movies. Right, quite a career then. Chuck Norris was born in 1945 and the war ended. Oh, we're going to get loads of these now, aren't there? Sam Keith definitely hurts a lot. I love the Max and his art was so otherworldly. No other compared. Absolutely agree with you, E-Man. He's, like I say, his style is so different to the rest of the clean stuff that's out there, I did have issues, including a couple of arrests for spousal abuse. Yeah, he did. This is a chap who played Xander, unfortunately. I know Chuck Norris was always conservative and leaning to the right, but I don't think he was MAGA. I read a lot of stuff about some of his views on sexuality and stuff, E-Man, but I don't know how clear all that was. I don't know how true it all was. I just know, as usual, horribly, when there's a passing like this, there was an awful lot of negativity suddenly appeared online of people saying, oh, you shouldn't be, just saying horrible things, put it that way. And a lot of it was related to kind of the political side of things. But I don't know. I chose not to read it in detail because I cannot be chewed with it. The Max toys are so very cool. Yeah, they are incredible, Fuzzy. I love them. Chuck Norris looked at Peter and Peter went, Ginger. Phil spotted Chuck in the local gym. Yeah, I'm sure he did. Right, chaps. Let's move on. We mentioned this last week about the Buffy series being binned. Sarah Michelle Gellar was very open about some of the rationale for it, saying there was an exec involved. And I thought this was quite interesting. So there's been a script circulated. There's apparently a version of the pilot out there somewhere. And a few people, including Sarah Michelle Gellar, have come out now and basically said anything you see or anything you read, just ignore it, just pretend it's not there, because it's not really what we wanted. Does that not stink a little bit to you guys of actually what we created
was crap?
Was crap.
Yeah.
Enough. I mean, the rumors are, according to all the stuff online, was that Sarah Michelle Gellar appears in like the last minute or two of the show, sat behind a computer as an insurance saleswoman. So yeah,
Well,
interesting.
Apparently, what happened was they filmed it. The executives were like, "There's barely any Buffy in this. This isn't good." They did a new script and they rejected the new script, so that's why the show. So it's like, it wouldn't even do any good to put it out now, just as like a one-off movie, TV movie thing. Like they often release like backdoor pilots and like unpicked up stuff. Yeah, that's a shame. So even the thing that exists out there now wouldn't be that exciting. It would just be the new stuff. Like,
yeah, I would love to get a hold of it and do a little review of it. Same with the Batwoman. I'd love to see the Batwoman.
Yeah, same. I was only talking about that with someone yesterday. I was just like, how's that not leaked yet?
Yeah. So I know we talked about it last week, guys. Efren, anything you want to add to this? Because I know you weren't part of the conversation last week about it.
God, it's just I jumped in on the day after when we were talking about Spider-Man leak, but it just bummed me out that they're not going to make this anymore. I was so looking forward to it. I loved Buffy when it first came out, and hopefully somewhere down the line. I mean, there's so many reboots of other shows where I talked about Scrubs came back.
Well, hold your water on that one, Efren. I'm going to talk about that in the reviews section because I've watched the first 5 episodes. I want to see.
Yeah, I've been watching them too.
Yeah, so we'll chat about that in a little bit. Terry, you're right. Batgirl, not Batwoman. My apologies. We've had, is it MegaCon, Efren? Has it been MegaCon recently?
MegaCon.
Yes, in Florida, I believe.
Yeah. Ryan Otley, incredible artist, does some great work. He's done this sketch cover for Invincible, which is obviously the big hot property at the moment. This has been obviously then coloured and turned into a full comic. 12 grand he's selling that for.
He is?
Yeah. So it's on his booth. He's selling it, apparently. Sorrel, what do you think of that? Would you be paying 12 grand for Ryan Otley?
No. You're asking the wrong person. Ask Efren.
Efren, would you be paying 12 grand for Ryan Otley?
This is a sketch cover that he just drew recently, right?
Yes.
No way.
Is this not the original art for issue 12?
So no, this is a reprint. It's a reprint.
It's actually not even the original.
No. This is a scene that happened in the comic that he's reprinted. It's a very famous scene, to be fair. It's when Omni-Man beats the crap out of Invincible and basically says, what would you have if I didn't do this? He said, I'll have you, Dad, kind of thing. So it is a very, very prominent scene. 12 grand for me for Ryan. I mean, I might be dissing the guy, Ryan Otley, very talented artist.
Yeah.
But 12 grand's a lot of money for a comic cover. I don't know how much Jim Lee's charging these days for something like that.
So it's basically, if you go to a convention and you ask an artist to draw something for you, you pay a certain amount, which I have done. The most I have ever paid, and I don't mind saying, is between about $300 to $400, and it all depends on the artist. But $12,000.
I think the only difference here, Efren, and I don't quite understand how it works, but the difference here is that would be classed as a sketch cover. This, I believe, is what they then used to then make the actual comic cover. So this thing was colored or whatever, and then created. I don't know. I just think it's bonkers.
You said he just recently did this. It's not from years gone by.
No. This is for the new. I think it's May is Invincible month. So there's a load of books coming out Invincible themed, and he's done it for that basically.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So 12 grand for that. What I just wanted to quickly say was, if you're gonna buy a sketch cover, buy from we'll jump back in a second. Buy from somebody local instead. So there are these guys which are absolutely phenomenal. We've talked about them a lot. We've got Elliot, Lost Boy Comics, over on Instagram, who does phenomenal artwork. Mr. Sorrel's shuffling along there to get you his recent sketch cover. So please go check him out. We've got Kev Wells, who's doing an absolutely insane 30 quid sketch cover offer all through this month. So again, go check him out on Instagram. Excuse me. And then we've got good old James, who is doing some, again, phenomenal sketch cards. So please do, again, check him out. Yeah, look at that, Sam.
Oh, very nice.
Absolutely beautiful. So check James out on Instagram as well. Someone in the chat, if you could be so kind as to just pop their Instagram handles for us, that would be really, really appreciated. So really recommend you check those guys out. 30 quid for a sketch, you know, as opposed to, yes, I know he's a published artist, but 12 grand for an Otley cover. You can get Kev do you a stunning cover for 30 quid, and he's a published artist.
Kevin's is nicer. Like, I think
Kevin's is
class. Better work. Like, yeah.
So yeah. So
I mean,
please do check him. The only sorry, Sarah, just a second.
Cover, sorry, man.
Sorry, just another thing. Just whilst it's in my head. Please go check out Ian Richardson on Facebook and Instagram. So Ian is a stunning artist who we've talked about before on the channel, and is an amazing guy. He's opened up his sketch offer, so he doesn't normally have a waiting list because he doesn't take on a lot of sketches. He only kind of does it for friends and people who've met him in real life and stuff. But he's just this last 2 days opened up his waiting list. So make sure you jump on that, because that will go fast, because his prices are insane as well. Sorry, I'll cut you off.
Sorry, I was just going to say, 12 grand's insane. I mean, you've shown off some artwork that you've had done for a fraction of that price, and so much better. I mean, it's a nice cover, but 12 grand's insane.
Mental, absolutely mental. Okay, just quickly jump to the chat. Bonkers price for sure. Absolutely agree, pal. I've got the whole series of Buffy on VHS. Yeah, I love me a bit of Buffy. I think I've still got the DVDs. Did Keaton come out and say Batgirl was rubbish a couple of days ago? I didn't read that, Dan, but I know he's certainly come out many times before and said he didn't care. Basically, he got paid for it, and he's not interested in the fact that it didn't go get shown. I think he was happy just to get the paycheck. So yeah, he might have, pal. He might have. Issue 12 of Absolute Wonder Woman, original art by Sherman, went up for sale on Felix earlier today. I have no luck with Felix art site. I seem to miss their stuff all the time. Now it's a sketch cover. Sold out immediately, the Felix art one, with most pages £1,000 each. Yeah, it's incredible. Thank you very much, Chris. Appreciate that, pal. And K-Wiz there. Check those guys out. I've got another Bat villain to come from Elliot for next week. Ooh, nice. You've got us racking my brain now, Fuzzy. I'm trying to think which one that might be, pal, because I know you've got a fair few of them, haven't you? Interesting. This is breaking news, guys. I don't know if any of you have seen this yet. Efren, I'm not sure if you've seen it. We talked about this being a possibility a couple of months back, and there was a lot of, we don't think it would happen, but it has. CBCS, which was bought out by Beckett or whatever you call it, have basically written out to say that they are winding up their one of their services. So they're going to stop accepting CBCS grading. I think they're still going to do signature verification, but this is just kind of breaking stuff. So I ain't really seen much of the detail about this. Don't know if anybody in the chat has been keeping abreast of this. But yeah, it's a bit sad, that. Bit sad. Efren, I know you're a grader. What do you think of this? We kind of saw this coming, did we not?
I guess. I don't know. It's coming completely by surprise. I have used CBCS to get some of my books graded just to try them out, just to see what the difference was. I'm surprised that they shut down completely. I mean, if PGX is still around, I just don't understand why CBCS can't continue. But when they do signature series, will they get the book graded too? If they still
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I don't know if you'll just get the comic with the signature verified rather than the grading. I guess there's still lots more information to come out, but what they're saying is they're going to focus more on the card industry and their signature verification service via Beckett's.
Well, I guess it just wasn't cost. You know, they weren't making money. People were not. I know for sure when I would go to conventions and I would bring out my CBCS books, immediately they would say, they don't sell as good as CGC. I'm not going to offer you a higher price for it. But dang, it's just an encapsulated book.
Yeah, it's something like 5 to 10% value increase
Yep.
between them. So it's just insane.
Yeah. Sad, very, very sad. Sorrel, I think it was you that sent us this. John Carpenter's Cathedral looks interesting. What's this all about, pal?
Yeah, so John Carpenter's written a new graphic novel that's coming out. It's coming out this August, called Cathedral. That's literally all we know about it so far. I mean, Bloody Disgusting, I think, did a write-up on it the other day, saying that it's coming, basically. I'm not quite sure who the artist is on this, but it looks very nice. It looks very cool.
What's the publisher there? I can't my old eyes. Is it Storm King or something?
I think it's something like that. It's an independent one, I believe. It's not like a big name. It's not like Dark Horse or anyone like that. It's just an independent label.
I've never even heard of Storm King for them to be getting John Carpenter. Do you know what I mean? That's a.
Is it a one shot?
It's a graphic novel, so full complete story.
Okay. Oh, okay.
I mean, the artwork on the cover's interesting. It's got us intrigued, cool. I have to say.
Yeah. It looks very nice. If you go on to the next one, I'll have a quick goosey gun if I can find any more info.
Yeah, sure. So we did a show on Wednesday night last week where we chatted a little bit about the Spider-Man trailer and things like that. Didn't see this at the time, but people have put it straight out there. They're comparing this to that original still from the last movie with the Sandman and stuff like that. I mean, Marvel must know that people would do this straight away. And it is, from that particular image, it is very clear that, again, just like with the Sandman one, there are a number of characters on screen there with line of sight, which is not looking at Peter Parker. And there's a big gap in between. So lots of rumors abound about who it might be on screen. Charlie Cox was interviewed on one of the talk shows in America the other day. Fallon, and they were asking him whether he's in the new Spider-Man movie. And he very cleverly said, "No, I'm not." And then he said, "But of course, if I was in it, I would also say, no, I'm not." So I don't know. What do you guys think? Who do you think well, first of all, first question, do you think there's some characters removed from that image? Second question, if so, who do you think it is? We'll start with you, Efren.
What are we looking at now again? Sorry, man, but I'm looking at the circle. There's supposed to be a person there.
So, do you remember when the last movie came out and we had the image of Spider-Man jumping towards what was in effect the Sinister Six? And there was a lot of noise of people saying if you followed people's eye line, so in the case of those arrows there, they weren't looking at the main character. So people surmised from that Marvel had edited out the other Spider-Man characters from the trailer. Right. And then sure enough, when we went to see the film, that's exactly what had happened. In the still, there was the characters. So people are saying now on this image, if you look at the hand and you look at those lines of sight, they're not looking at Spider-Man. So has Marvel removed a character from this scene to try and keep it as a surprise kind of thing?
Oh, gotcha. I don't know, man. Sorry, you're asking the wrong person. Sorry, Peter. Sorry,
James, what about yourself? What do you think?
I mean, the obvious answer would be it was Daredevil. Daredevil's in this, and like if the hand is in it, that'd be great, and that would be a cool. It's like I think they know that people are going to do this, and I think that's potentially a sneaky marketing tactic. Is like people are going to start pausing the trailer and going over this and stuff because they know that the last one was a bit more obvious because I remember the lizard gets kicked.
Yeah.
So you actually see him like getting punched by nothing. Yeah. So like it was obvious, whereas this one's like maybe slightly more subtle. But it could be like just the Hulk. I don't see the Hulk fighting the hand thing because that's not really a fair fight. Or it could be Sadie Sink, a Jean Grey and Spider-Man team up kind of thing. So it could be that. They just want to reveal that who she is at this point in the movie. I would hope it's Daredevil though. I hope there is a surprise. He's a big part of the movie and we don't know. Like that'd be amazing,
I'm absolutely hoping Daredevil. I have to say.
This is the hand. Of course. Why would you even have them in this otherwise?
Yeah. Just going to quickly jump to the chat before Mr. Sorrel talks to you about Cathedral. Who can tell what they're looking at? Yeah. It's the line of sight, really fuzzy. It's more speculation. THX must be DD if we have the hand going about. Love the look of the Spidey suit. So classic. Almost Nicholas Hammond vibes. Yeah, we watched that, didn't we, James?
We did. It was terrible. There's like mind control and stuff.
It was the bit where he climbs out of his house you remember? And he's wall crawling on his house, and it's literally a painting that they've got. There's like no texture or movement. It was like, oh god, it's horrendous.
Oh, God.
Oh, got Stephen in the chat. Nice to see you, pal. Hope you're well. The Charlie Cox interview was great. I'm hoping he's in the movie. Yeah, me too. In that scene there with Spidey and DD against the hand, surely. I think so. Chuck Norris has been removed from that picture. Bless him. Okay, Sorrel, what did we think? Did we find out anything else about Cathedral?
So Cathedral's coming out on August 6th. It's about a cathedral that stands in Los Angeles, and it's going to be destroyed, but there's ancient evil held within it and underground of it. And basically, when they destroy the cathedral at standard level, the demons start coming out into Los Angeles. And she has to fight them and send them back to hell, basically. John Carpenter has written and wrote it, and it's been designed and drawn by a couple of artists. Lewis, I've got his name here in a second. But basically, he's also made an album that goes alongside this that you're meant to listen to while you read it. So you can buy it as just the graphic novel or with his CD as well to listen to.
I love that.
That's so cool, isn't it?
That's so cool, yeah.
Illustrated by Federico De Luca and Luis Guagana. Coloured by Ryan Wynn and lettered by Marshall Dillon.
That's class. I like that.
That's mint, isn't it? That sounds really cool.
That had me sold.
What was that book, Efren, that had it had links to songs?
We Live.
We Live. That's right. We Live. Because it was you're supposed to, like, for certain pages, play the song in the background, weren't you, and read it. It was superb.
They had like QR codes, I believe, and then you would put your phone on there. Then it would have music in the background.
That's right.
Whenever I read anything, I put on some music that fits it, you know. And I've often like gone onto Google and gone, what's like good music for reading Daredevil or Batman or whatever, you know. And usually just put the soundtracks. But I think having like a curated soundtrack for it is an amazing idea. Like, I love that.
So Raul, did you say you have to buy it? Did you say it was an album you have to buy separately?
No, so you can buy it as the book, or you can buy it online paired with the CD, so you get the book and the CD.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting, though, isn't it? I mean, this day and age, to get a CD as well as it. I mean, that's two lots of physical media in one go, isn't it? That's good.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Not digital download.
E-Man, We Live. That's Blade Forge. I don't think I read that. Arcadia. Not sure I read that one. All do the same. Also created by the Miranda brothers. What was the sequel to We Live? I seem to remember it not blowing me away. Was it the?
I forgot the name of it, but yeah, it wasn't as good as the first one.
I can't remember what it was called, but I remember not getting as involved with We Live. Was phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah.
Okay, this is where we upset some of the chat. Paramount has binned Starfleet. That's an Age of the Palladians. Thank you very much, E-Man. Paramount cancels Starfleet Academy. Any of you guys watched Starfleet Academy?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. No, sorry, Efren?
I enjoyed it. I liked it more when they went out into actual space. I thought some episodes were a little bit too teenage-ish, like 90210 in outer space for me. But there is going to be a second season. But they're just going to cancel after that. And I was hoping for at least 5 seasons, somewhere more than that, just to build in the characters. They probably would go on out into space eventually.
Yeah. So I'm with you, Efren. This series has been ripped to shreds by the fan base. A lot of people really don't like it, which is fine. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. But as usual, a lot of people have been very, very vocal about it. I haven't watched the entirety of season 1, but I've watched maybe half of it. And whilst I enjoy it, I can absolutely see why it will wind up a large proportion of people, because it is very different to what people might have hoped for. That said, I thought it was a fun series. Very few series other than the one that James likes. Can't remember what that's called.
The Last of Us.
The Last of Us. Yeah, very few series, I think, hit it out the park on season 1. Do you know what I mean? I would say The Last of Us is the last one that I thought was just from season 1 was great. So I think to cancel this straight off the belt without giving it a bit of a chance, at least, they've filmed season 2. Season 2 is coming out. So could
They
not
can't
just,
even like rewrite the end of it
Yeah.
and do an ending or anything. Yeah.
you know? So it's like it feels like it's being cancelled prematurely for me
I
personally.
think what's going on back in the day, and I remember shows like MASH. I know probably a lot of people didn't see it, but when it first came out, it did terrible in the ratings.
Yeah.
It wasn't good. People did not like it, but they gave it years, and eventually it came out to be a good series. I think these studios just don't have patience. You know,
Yeah.
everywhere
again-
in society too. You know, we got those quick TikToks. You know, something they want it quick.
Absolutely. And again, it's another one of these ones, I think, where the fan base have been extremely loud and extremely vocal and damage it long term, you know. So yeah, it's not for everybody, but I liked it. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Efren enjoyed it. You know, I know a lot of the guys in the chat here are saying that it was good. It's not going to please everybody. It's not going to please everybody. So yeah, it's a shame. I would have liked to have. It'll be an even bigger kick if season 2 is great. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it picks up and people are really enjoying season 2, but if they even air season 2 now, God only knows. But when one good show dies, another one is birthed.
Nice.
And we've got Wonder Man season 2 coming. I loved season 1 of this. I know, Efren, you were a fan of it. You enjoyed season 1.
Yes.
Rest of you guys, have you watched season 1 yet?
Still haven't watched it. It's on the list. Still not gone around to it.
I think
I've seen it. I thought it was all right.
Yeah.
It didn't blow me away, but it was all right.
It's a bit like Starfleet Academy in that it is a shift probably from what people are expecting from a Marvel show. But yeah, I'm over the moon about this. Pleased to see it's coming back.
Season 2, they better show his powers more though. If
Yeah.
they don't, I will be disappointed.
Yeah. I'm sure
This is a really fantastic script. So,
Yeah. I'm sure did I not see something that he's going to be in Doomsday?
yeah, I heard that too.
Yeah. So yeah, that's great news. I'm pleased about that. Let's just see what the chat is saying. No, loved Starfleet Academy. Andy's not here, so no Star Trek rants tonight. You rang. He appears. Didn't watch the furthest place from get released with 7 records. Yes, it did. That was the one by I can't remember who the writer was. I read the first couple of issues of that, Simon, then it just kind of disappeared. Is it Ram V? Did Ram V do that one? Can't remember. Or that was that radio or something or other. THX, watch it up to episode 8. Good enough so far, but I'm definitely not the target audience. Can see why they ditched it, but shame they didn't get more. Lens flare, sun in the camera was the worst thing. Yeah, I can't be chewed with lens flare. The Star Trek, the recent Star Trek movies really leaned into that. The Abrams movies did me head in. Couldn't be chewed with it. We'll watch the rest for sure. If Joe Public doesn't watch it, it was bound to happen. They can't make shows just for Trekkies, I guess. That's true, Fuzzy. I think people didn't get behind this. So much so that they put the first couple of episodes out on YouTube, I think, to try and drum up some interest. I don't know if Star Trek as a franchise attracts new viewers or a lot of newer viewers, you know? I don't know.
It was also behind a paywall on Paramount, which is not a streaming service that a lot of people currently have in the UK and Europe, so it probably didn't help it at all.
Yeah, that is very true. There's that many streaming channels now, isn't there, for people to access. Twilight Zone's been cancelled a crazy amount of times. It holds the record. Yeah, that's true as well, Fuzzy. Wonder Man, best MCU show to date. Wonder Man was shite. Hated it. You can't please everybody. It's everybody's got different flavors. Wonder Man was brilliant. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Wonder Man season 1 was absolutely fantastic. Go in to understand it's a love letter to what happens in Hollywood. If you're into filmmaking, the show knocks it out of the park. I think for me, E-Man, that's why I enjoyed it. I know, Efren, when we talked about it, you were keen to see the powers and stuff. I would watch that show even if it wasn't about superheroes. I just loved the interaction between the two main characters. I thought Ben Kingsley, well, everybody was phenomenal in it. So I would just watch them as struggling actors, you know? It was fun. Enjoyed it. So glad Wonder Man's coming back. An amazing double header. Would watch it just for Simon and Trev chatting. Yeah, two great actors working well together. Yeah, I'm the same pal. Loved Wonder Man, like Hawkeye. Wish we'd get a season 2 of Hawkeye. Best show so far. I forget about Hawkeye sometimes about how good that show was. It was class. Ramby Radio Apocalypse. Thanks, Fuzzy. I knew he'd done one again. I think I did issue 1 of that and it just disappeared. James, I'm not sure if you've just frozen. Oh no, you're there. You're there. You look like you're phased out. I thought you'd
I was
frozen in
looking
place.
at
Fair
the, I
enough.
was looking at the comments there, like
Yeah.
so
Not
down.
sure which streaming company's having trouble, but yeah, Sky's added Disney Plus. I saw that. I've already got Disney Plus. We'll have to see if I can cancel that and keep with the Sky one. Matthew Rosenberg didn't release that they made a film of 4 kids walking into a bank, and it's out in April. Okay, don't know about that one, pal. It's not a superhero show. Yeah. Who is Wonder Man? Who indeed, Phil? Who indeed? Hope you're well, pal. Right, guys, moving on because we've got lots to get through. Efren, I think you mentioned this. Ryan Gosling.
Yeah, there's news, and I've been hearing about it also, that Ryan Gosling has confirmed he has had talks to join the MCU as Ghost Rider. He's a great actor. I just seen his movie. So
You watched it?
I did. I made sure to watch it yesterday, So I hopefully he's a really good actor. I can see him doing this role perfectly. Fingers crossed.
Love a bit of Ryan Gosling. I think you sent us this one as well. We're just talking about the end of a Star Trek series, but potentially another one coming.
So Star Trek Strange New Worlds has 2 more seasons, but the last season they cut it down from Paramount. It's only like about 5 or 6 episodes, and that's it. And Captain Kirk has been showing up every now and then in this series. And there were rumors the minute he started showing up that they were going to hopefully make a continuation after Strange New Worlds, after what happens to Captain Pike. I hope so. I really have enjoyed this series. I wish it wouldn't be on Paramount. I wish it would just be on CBS and would at least be 15 to 20 episodes. That's another one of my gripes with these, shows that, like Disney or, HBO, only like 8 to 10 episodes. And then they take a break like every 2 to 3 years. That's my only gripe about this.
Yeah, I'd like to see a year one. I would like to see a year one. And just as we're talking Star Trek, the Marvel that is William Shatner turned 95, I believe, earlier this week. 95 years old. Incredible.
Aren't you supposed to take a photo with him? Aren't you?
Yeah, in May, I think it is.
Amazing.
So,
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, because he's recently had. Well, no, he's recently had surgery on his shoulder as well. But he's still pushing out the conventions because he's doing that one in May, and then he's doing Glasgow in October, I think it is.
He's doing Dublin in November as well.
Yeah. So the guy's traveling.
When you do, Peter, 2 things: whisper in his ear Picard rules, and have a picture of me right next to you, so I can say I took a picture with them too.
I will. So looking forward to that. Right, here we go. This is where Fuzzy gets upset. I haven't put this on to crap upon the artwork. I think I've talked many a time about my views on Frank Miller's recent work, shall we say. That said, it's not one I would buy personally, but I don't think that's his worst cover over the last few years. I think that's not too bad. I guess the reason I put it on here is it surprised us a little bit that this is the first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cover he's done, considering Frank was the inspiration behind the Turtles from his Daredevil run and stuff. I just always in my head assumed that he'd done loads of covers. Now, as I'm talking, and I'm going to ask you to come in a second and say your thoughts on what you think of the artwork and also that. As I'm talking, I'm looking at Donatello, the very famous turtle with a staff, and I'm trying to work out what's he got in his hand?
Stick.
Okay. Classic. So, guys, what do you think of this artwork?
I think it's pretty good for a 10-year-old. It looks like it would be a very promising artist in 20 years time, in the Crash or whatever. Listen, like, it's not, we've seen some pretty horrendous, I think me and you, Peter, would agree, pretty horrendous work from him lately, like his Wolverine face, like his human faces, he's just not been good with at all. No. So at least these are stylized characters. So it's not as egregious as that, but it's like he's just not great with like proportions nowadays, or it's like just weird. It's very weird.
Yeah, but are you surprised, James, that this is his first cover? I
agree. I would have thought at some point, 10-year anniversary or something like that, you would have done some kind of like a one-off special thing for it. I am quite surprised at that, actually.
Efren, what about yourself, bud?
I mean, I think this cover's okay. You know, I'm not a big Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fan, but I'm surprised it's only 300 issues. I thought it'd be a lot more than that. I just, you know, but I divided 300 by 12. That's 25 years, basically. So,
I don't know if that's in total. Well, it must be. I think the Turtles
the TMNT line. The TMNT has had a lot of spin-off lines over the years. So like that doesn't include the later comics like the final Ronin and things like that. It doesn't include those lines. This is just the TMNT baseline, I believe. That's on 300, but there's loads of spin-offs.
And it's not always been a very consistent book, I don't think. I think there's been big gaps between series and things.
Once the Turtles got popular from the cartoon and the movies, they kind of made that version of the Turtles for a long time, and it was under a different line. A bit like when they redid all those Saturday morning cartoon-style comics. I think the Image put those out. They've kind of done stuff like that over the years. So the main lines run for 300 issues, but the other lines have ran longer. But this one's the first one that he's ever done. But also, Eastman and Laird have come back together to make a cover. So I think that for Turtles fans, Eastman and Laird are doing a cover for this one as well. You've also got Williams 2, I think that says, and then J. Scott Campbell, Michael Dooney. There's a lot of names attached to this. There's a lot of variant covers, and there's a blind bag as well, Pete. I think I'm looking at this.
Oh well, there we are. I'm sold. If there's a blind bag, I'm in. I'm in for 10 copies.
Yeah, July 22nd it's coming out. June 1st to guarantee pre-orders. But yeah, Eastman and Laird I think is going to be the main cover that I think will sell out properly. Eastman and Laird coming back to do their comic. Come on, that's got to sell.
Because he's not very well. One of them, he's not been well for a while. Okay, good stuff. Let's see what the chat are saying. I think the colorists do Frank a huge disservice. I think it needs to be colored flat, lots of black color, no shading, blend, make it 3D. That would make all the difference. You mean
that's the problem? Is the color is the issue here? Of course,
Some absolutely gorgeous TMT artwork there, bloody gorgeous. I think Fuzzy's being there. Sorry, I think Phil's talking. Trying to wind people up. The TMT color looks crap. Don't do it. He's being warned, Phil. You're not wrong, Fuzzy. Say Chris is with Fuzzy. It's tribal symbolism in its nature. Flat would look infinitely better. Deadman. I think the IDWA is a original series started when they were already on the mission this year. One will take it up to that point. Good stuff. It's still stinking Fuzzy. Terry and THX are talking Star Trek. Frank just doesn't care, or he's leaning hard into the criticism. Yeah, I think you're right. I just think he doesn't give a rat's ass. He's coming to London to do a talk. He must have a book or something out. I'm half tempted just to jump on the train and go and see him, just to see what he's like. Either way, not for me. Yeah, me either. James, nice to see you, pal. We've just been singing your praise. Put a little slide up of you and some other artists for people to go and check out. So please go check out James. He does some phenomenal work. Frank has done a Yuzogi Yojimbo cover for Dark Horse Maverick 2001. Was it any good? James? Seen worse. I agree, pal. I agree. Has he had a stroke or similar? He's definitely not well. I honestly don't know, bud. I honestly don't know. Just got my 3 Tiny Nightmare plushies. They're Michael Myers, Chucky, and Tiffany. Good stuff, Rick. Good stuff. Enjoy them, pal. It's IDW's 300th issue. Got you. Thank you, Fuzzy. Thank you. Frank Miller doesn't like drawn necks. Yeah. Sure, it's not, but that looks like the result of an AI prompt to draw the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in the style of Frank Miller. Could be. My Spaniel can do, but Fuzzy will be getting upset. There's a lot of Frank bashing.
He's already getting upset further down. Don't worry.
Is he? Yeah. Frank's work suits certain types of story, like ones that aren't written. Dark Knight Returns, for example, I love Dark Knight Returns. And his art style and that was great. He is an older guy. How old is Frank Miller? Anybody know how old Frank Miller is these days?
I'd be over 80 at this stage. I'll check.
Yeah, it's IDW only. I've been Very sick. I've been sick since. Oh, sorry to hear that, pal. I hope you're feeling better. No, they haven't. Frank's style has always been recognizable. Has been great, superb. But of late, it's just off.
He's 69.
Is he?
He's 69. I thought he'd have been like 82, 83, something like that.
Efren, you're muted. I saw your lips moving.
Sorry, I got me completely. So wait a minute. He was born in 57. He's only about 2 years older than me. Damn.
Yeah. There you go.
Sorry.
Efren did a naughty word. I love it when Efren does a naughty word. Yeah.
I looked at his age. I go, wait a minute. He's only about 2 or 3 years older than me. Jeez.
I bet you can draw better than as well. No, sorry. Apologies. Everyone's saying they could do better. Their dog could, their 10-year-old could pick up a pencil and do better. Oh, it's all kicking off in the chat. I knew we would get this one. You read the message wrong for a starter. Of course, you don't agree.
Well, give us some context on your message, Fuzzy. Come on, pal.
Don't know what that's in relation to, Fuzzy. Sorry, pal. Bob Gray and Bloody Art the Clown figure. They're at the Target. Have you listened to Alice Cooper's Jason song yet?
Not yet.
Nope. He's 500 quid for a signature. Frank Miller, is he? Wow, that seems.
I remember seeing him at MCM London 6 or 7 years ago, and I think it was £75. And I remember at the time being like, "That's the most expensive signature I've ever seen." I was like, "That's crazy." Yeah, 500 couldn't be 500. No way. Nobody charges 500 for a signature except for like Mark Hamill or someone.
Art is subjective unless you're a YouTube expert. Everybody's allowed an opinion, Fuzzy. I mean, it was 2025, 26, Frank Miller. So, yeah, it was good. Good stuff. Frank is 69. Everyone's confirmed.
Oh, mate, 69. It is.
Yeah. What?
I've just had a quick Google. It's standard autographed is $400. A premium autograph on like comic covers and shit like $500. Bulky and memorabilia stuff he wants about $700. Christ, not a bad.
Wow.
That's from CGC. It says on there.
Okay.
140.
Well, CGC is different to convention prices. There's no way he's charging that at a con.
He's got a huge fan base. He has got a huge, and there's no doubting he's a legend. So I guess if you can, people will pay it. Nice to see you, Connie. Connie, make sure you go check out this week's members only giveaway. Hint, hint, hint. Have a look. Who wins, Frank Miller or John Romita? It's a hard one. It's okay. It's been subpar until now. Wow. Just realizing that Damien on Bride of Chucky is based on Marilyn Manson. Is a weird person he looks like. Wow. Okay. I'm 21 years older than Frank Miller. How do you think I feel? Wow. Terry, I'll go ask my dog to do one now. Terry, you don't look a day over 80. Does Frank Miller have a vast amount of child support? Thanks for hearing at the moment. I feel it. Ask for a remark. He has to pay you. Couldn't help hopping on the bandwagon. Right. Okay. What are you laughing at, Keegan?
Sorry, it's one of the comments.
Which one?
Earlier, took me by the man-woman one.
Anyway, listen. We're sticking with Frank Miller. We are sticking with Frank Miller because he's done his first Invincible cover. Now, I quite like that. I tell you what, I could do without all of the blood. I think it's blood because it looks like petals to me. I could do without all of that. But in terms of the image, that's quite Dark Knight Returns to me. I don't mind that. I just, like I say, I wish it was a cleaner cover. But
is it meant to look like the blood splattered on the comic book cover? I can't tell what it's meant to look like.
I don't know. I don't know if it's meant to be on the cover or if it's meant to be over him. I think it would, for me personally, look much better if it was just the blood coming out of his mouth.
Yeah. On the white cover.
But overall, I think that's a pretty good cover. I don't mind that one. I might even pick that one up, to be perfectly honest. Speaking of comic books, we've now got our first glimpses of Two-Face from Absolute Batman and of Penguin from Absolute Batman. Interesting designs. I read a little bit about the Two-Face. Basically, he doesn't have a coin. He has a poker chip that he flips. And his hair is parted down the center, and he moves his hair from side to side to show what side of him you're going to get.
That's cool.
Which I quite like. I like that. Penguin looks pretty horrific. I like what they've done with his canes, turning them into, I presume, they're machine gun walking sticks or something.
I think the costuming is pretty clever, where it's like almost like mimicking a penguin's kind of white thing down the front and stuff. Like I think that's cool. I like that as well.
Efren, I know you've been reading Absolute. What do you think of these two character designs?
I like the penguin design a little bit better. I got to look at Two-Face. Is his face disfigured, or is it just okay?
Face disfigured on one side. It's very black and things like that.
Okay, I just got to get a better look at it before I just say anything about Two-Face. But the penguin one looks, really good. I like it.
Yeah, I like the look of that. Now, Mr. Sorrell, I'm going to come to you for this next little bit. I was completely oblivious and unaware to the fact that we had a remake of Baywatch coming to Fox.
I like how you think I'm going to know about this.
It's got boobies. I thought
is that where we're going with this? Because it's got tits, it comes to me. Okay, let's go for it.
The lead in it is going to be Stephen Amell, I think he's called, the guy who played Arrow in the Arrow TV series.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was totally unaware of this. Are we excited for a Baywatch revival? Will you be watching them?
Depends who's in it. Depends who's in it. Probably not. Why is it still a thing?
I mean, specifically, it depends what women are.
Yeah, exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah.
The original program was popular because it had Pam in it, and then obviously we eventually got like Carmen Electra in it and people like that. Like, what I mean? These women went on, to be great.
I mean, you're ignoring the power of the Hoff. The Hoff brought a lot of people.
If you were looking at the Hoff, mate, if you were watching it for the Hoff,
nobody looks at the Hoff. You are engrossed in his acting ability. That's why you're watching Baywatch, for the delicate storylines and the dramatic.
I try telling my wife this when wrestling's on and two women are in the ring moaning and shouting and screaming at each other. I say it's for the content. Look, it's great. It's athleticism. It's bloody not. It's that kind of thing, isn't it? There's no one's watching this for the storylines.
No.
Let's be honest.
Anybody excited for the revival of Baywatch?
Well, I quite like the movie. Like, I like that they did a Jump Street thing with it. I thought that was really fun with Zac Efron and The Rock. So, like, if it's that kind of tone, I would watch this. But like, if they're playing it straight, like, I'm not really any interest in it at all.
Efren, will you be watching Baywatch?
Yeah, I never saw the original series. To be honest with you, I've seen glimpses of it. I just never interested me. So
I mean, I'm excited because it gives us an excuse to get my bikini out. Do you know what I mean?
If they had regular people on here like us in bathing suits, I'd watch it just to see it for the horror of it all, But
if it's period, you can watch it. There's multiple videos online.
Efren, I know you're innocent, mate, but I mean, it had Pam Anderson having a shower scene in it. Let's be honest.
They did?
Yeah.
No, I gotta find it. Thanks. Send me the link. I'm sure you have it on the loop, Sorrell, so just send me the link.
I'll send you the link, yeah.
All right.
Let's see. Phil says that Invincible colour stinking. Block colouring, it looks better. Amazing. My partner says the blood on Invincible looks like confetti. Yeah, Simon, I think that's a good call. That's what I first thought, to be perfectly honest with you. More bouncing boobies with another Baywatch. Rick, if I have kids, I'll tell them. Jesus H. Christ. I'm not getting engaged with Marilyn Manson talk, pal. I barely know who the man is, I'm afraid. The Invincible cover. Thanks, man. I don't really like any of the Absolute villain designs. They are very different, Chris. I'll give you that. I thought the Mr. Freeze design was great. Really like that one. Right, chaps. Bit of toy news. Whip through this rather rapidly. We've got Mondo have put out their Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle 1/6 scale Leonardo. Donatello came out a couple of months back. I've pre-ordered that. This goes up for pre-order shortly. I will be getting this one, I have to say. Love the design of him. Love the fact you get the blue cloak as well, which I think looks very, very cool. Posable wires on it. Whole host of different weapons and designs on them. 4 different head sculpts, including a kind of a masked one. Little robot thingy-majig, don't know what that's all about. But yeah, I think this looks great.
I think the robots
from all the different generations, isn't it?
That's what they're trying to do. Yeah,
I think the robots from like the game, from the side-scrolling, the Turtles in Time or something like that. But yeah, like it's amazing. Right. It's like if you want to do the movie version, you want to do the comic version, there's so many options. It's crazy.
The Last Ronin in there as well as the masked one. That's from the Last Ronin comic.
Yeah, I mean, I think it looks great. It looks really, really great. So yeah, Fuzzy's talking about Marilyn Manson. Fire away, crack on. So yeah, I will definitely be getting this. I got all the turtle statues last year. I think it was the Diamond Select ones, and I was happy with them in my collection to fill that turtle itch. But now these are out. I want to get all 4 turtles, and then I'll probably get rid of the statues. Probably end up giving them away or something. But yeah, I love these. I think it looks great. Right, Fuzzy. I hope you sat down. Well, you might not, James, because it gets worse, mate. Sorrel sent me an image, which I know will get your blood pressure up. But I think we're going worse than that to start with, mate.
Oh, worse.
What in the holy shit is this?
What is this?
These are some Mattel creations. Some designer has redesigned He-Man and Skeletor. So we've got floral He-Man and Skeletor to start with. And then we've got coral Skeletor underneath with coral Panthro with some lovely art boxes.
Why?
Yeah. I mean, these look absolutely atrocious. Now, a good friend of ours, Luke Hydra Collectibles, collects all things Battle Cat. He's got a huge Battle Cat collection. I'm going to have to send him this image and see if he's getting this. If he is getting this, I don't think we're going to ever talk to him again. That is, it's a travesty. I don't understand what it's for. I don't know who the designer is. One of you, if you can Google it now, if you don't mind. I cannot remember why, but I presume this is relevant. I don't know. But yeah, I'll not be buying those ones, which is nice. It's nice that I can do a show and I can clearly say I'm not buying that. You know what I mean?
What do I type in? Just shit. Flower He-Man? Like,
Mattel Creations.
Flower He-Man, I think it's called. Yeah. Or Coral Skeletor. Yeah. Just awful. Whilst you're doing that, I'll just quickly jump to the chat and then we'll move on to something I cannot wait to hear. Fuzzy. I'm going to predict a mince. I think we're going to have a mince off. So yeah. It can pay off into the sea. I watch Baywatch only for the beach safety advice. Absolutely, Chris. Keeps you safe, doesn't it? Keeps you safe. Oh, it's Mitch's son. That's interesting. Baywatch Nights, I remember that. That was, yeah.
James Jean.
I don't even know who that is.
Who's doing the choral one and is doing both? I don't know. I'm getting pop-ups.
Yeah. Chris is saying the Mondo turtles are phenomenal. I'm assuming, Chris, you're talking about the turtles and not the floral He-Man. I bet you get them. 1998 Spencer Gift's Bride of Chucky dolls had to deal with goth and emo stuff. Those He-Man ones are cack, absolutely. I have the power to grow pretty flowers. Lovely. What in the actual... You're not going to get these, He-Man. I think you could do an unboxing of those. They would look lush. On the spot. Jeez, did Frank Miller design? Stop upsetting people in the chat with the Frank Miller chat. I'd rather talk about Marilyn Manson. Oh, we've lost Cyril. Interesting, by which he means cack. Venomized Skeletor. Yeah, nothing is relevant about these. James Jean SP did a bunch of DC covers, which were great, unlike those toys. Yeah, awful. Now, Sorrel's legged it because he doesn't want to face the wrath of talking about Monster High. Monster High. So we'll wait until he comes back. Until then, we'll talk a little bit about this. This is 1/6 scale Mandalorian. So there's a whole host of figures being announced from Hot Toys linking into the new movie that's coming out. We've got a Pedro and Mini Grogu figure. Not a lot of difference on the Hot Toy figure compared to the previous ones.
I have this figure, basically.
Yeah.
You.
Is that the same? Is that the same Pedro head sculpt, James?
No, it's a new head sculpt. I think that might be. I think they because they updated it for the Last of Us one, so I'd say they're pulling from that one. It's definitely. I know the other one people didn't like, so it's an improved head sculpt. Aside from that, it's effectively the same thing. I don't know if like the padding on his like left leg I know is like old on the other one. Maybe that's new there. I can't really tell from here, but like yeah, other than that,
I mean, it is. You're absolutely right. I think it's a great Pedro head sculpt, but who's really buying a Mando figure?
Exactly.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? It's like 100%. Anyway, you can get the Sorry, pal.
Sorry, just a side note. I was in the cinema yesterday and the trailer came on for it, and I hadn't watched the trailer yet. Just felt nothing. I was just like, I don't give a shit about this. Like, yeah, I just really don't care. Like, yeah, I don't know why. It's like, I love Pedro Pascal, I love Star Wars. I'm just not enthusiastic about it at all. Feels like a cash grab.
I think for me, the last season of Mandalorian kind of
Exactly. Yeah, it was so bad.
Yeah,
The worst thing
didn't
they've
help.
ever done.
Yeah. But with these figures, you've got the Mandalorian and Grogu. You get some cool little accessories with that, but then you've got these, and I'm going to have to ask you guys to help us out. Ask Efren, because I know you're a Star Wars man. These two little things here with the little beards, they're life size, so they're 1-to-1 scale, as is the other Grogu there. So a little life size Grogu. Efren, I could see them behind you, Efren. They would look pretty cool. Not fancy them?
Oh yeah, I mean, I remember them from the last movie, the Droid Smiths. I like the way they talked and they interacted. And I seen the preview yesterday. They're gonna have they're in some kind of flying apparatus with Grogu. You know, so I thought they were pretty funny characters. I think obviously they're gonna be there for comedic purposes in the movie.
Because I think Babu Frick, who's the main one, like that was the Rise of Skywalker's in it as well. Like, hey, you know, like I loved him so much. I think there is a Hot Toys life size one as well. Like, so yeah.
They had a small role in the last Star Wars movie, but to me it was memorable. You remember these characters.
They're pretty interesting. Not for me, but pretty cool. Sorrel's had a power cut. We'll be back on in a bit, but I'm not going to talk about this. This is a Monster High doll based on Skeletor. Do you know what? Again, not for me, but I'm pleased that they're pushing out this kind of stuff to get other people interested in the property. If this attracts some, I don't know, young kids, some young girls, or grown men like Sorrel.
It's people like Sorrel that are buying this. They're going to scalp it. No kids get their hands on this thing. You know?
But it's not for me, I have to say. I find the choice of it being a Skeletor interesting as well. I don't know why they didn't do Evelyn or something like that. But yeah, it's an interesting little figure. Let's see what the chat are saying. Oh, these are Timu version of He-Man, you mean? Yeah. I don't think Timu would even sell them, mate. They'll be sent to Sorrel to review. This used to be a good show a long time ago, Phil. We've gone downhill drastically over the last year or two. Love that Grogu. Yeah, he's pretty cool. Do we need another Mando? They could have done another Iron Man figure. Oh, we'll get another Iron Man. Don't worry about it. The Mando and Grogu looks amazing. I feel I need to get that Grogu. It's pretty cool for a life-size one, mind, I have to say. I've got a life-size, as James knows, I've got a life-size... I forgot what they're called. Is it a Mugwai?
Yep.
Yeah,
Gremlin,
life-size Mugwai and a life-size Gremlin. That would look pretty cool. So, and I've also got a life-size Critter from Critters. So it would look pretty cool stood next to them. Yeah. Wonder why they didn't go, Evelyn. I absolutely agree, THX. Absolutely agree. Don't understand. Not hyped for Mando. May wait for to stream. I'll still see it in the cinema.
Oh, yeah. I want to see it in IMAX. It's the first Star Wars movie in, 6 years it'll be at that point. Yeah.
If Grogu's life-size, then they can take my money. Fuzzy, or it's for perverts. I agree with that. Last season was poor. Willing to give the movie a go, fully jumping. In the meantime, I can start paying for this Grogu. Yeah. Stephen, did you get the advanced tickets for the Masters of the Universe? It never came to my neck of the woods. So let us know if you got the tickets. I'd be interested to know when it's going to be on. There'll be a lot of random Moto crossover merch during the movie coming up. Yeah, before we went live, I had a quick look and I was just scrolling. I didn't get a chance to put it on screen, but there's been Barbie, He-Man, and Teela, I think it was, announced. So there's a crossover ready for that.
That just occurred to me. If they do like a Grey Skull popcorn bucket, are you gonna get that?
I don't really do the popcorn bucket.
I know, but it's a He-Man one. Would you get a He-Man one?
It's just more stuff. I don't know.
What if it was a blind bag popcorn bucket?
Oh, if there's a blind bag on it, yeah. If they put it in an Odeon blind bag, yeah. We all over that. Sorrel, really sorry, pal, but you missed a bit when we were talking about Monster High dolls. Unless you really want to jump back on and talk and say how much you love it.
We're at an hour, 10 minutes, Pete. I don't know.
Are you buying it? Are you buying it? Or can you hear it? Sorry.
No.
I thought you were looking at us blankly. Right. Okay, chaps. Let's do some reviews. Going to rattle through these. Efren, you mentioned Scrubs earlier in the day. I was a huge fan of Scrubs when it was first out. They've re-released it. Sorry, they've done a new season of it with most of the original cast in it. I absolutely loved this. I loved every minute of it. I think we're 5 episodes in, new episodes every Thursday. Working in the medical profession as I do, I love how they've updated this, and you can see it is very in line with kind of the modern medical world. So yeah, I'm loving this. It's still funny. It's still hitting the beats for me. It's great. Efren, what are you thinking of it?
I'd never seen the original series.
Right.
But for some reason, this grabbed my interest. I think it was all the commercials that I was seeing for this. Now I want to go back because I think there's like 8 years or 8 seasons of Scrubs. I really
missed
enjoyed it.
the last 2, Efren. Don't worry about the
Yeah, I
last
heard
2
they were.
seasons.
Yeah, so I have been enjoying this series. It's a fun show to watch. That's the bottom line. So it's been entertaining for me.
Rest of you guys seen it yet?
No, never been a huge fan of the series, so I'm probably not really.
It's good. I think you'd enjoy it.
Yeah, it is a good laugh. Project Hail Mary. I went to see this last week. Went in with high hopes because Phil on Tuesday's show had said it's his favorite book. I absolutely loved every single thing about this film, from start to finish. I thought the special effects were stunning, were beautiful. I loved the way they told the story. I thought Ryan Gosling is phenomenal. I think Rocky is phenomenal. I teared up on many an occasion with it. I just love. I cannot describe. I came away and I was talking to the wife about it, Alona, and I was trying to put into words how I felt with it. And in my head, I kind of thought this is going to be the newer generation's ET almost. It's got that kind of family feel to it, that heartwarming kind of alien human interaction. I loved it. Some of you guys have seen it.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yes.
What do you think, James?
I everything you said, man. I absolutely loved it. I cried, like fully cried, like a couple of times and teared up another couple of times, and it just has so much heart to it. I think Ryan Gosling's amazing. I like the structure of the story where he doesn't remember, and it's kind of like you get these flashbacks kind of as he starts remembering things. I think that's really good, and like there's a kind of surprise later with that. But I just thought the kind of core relationship in it is just so well done and so well developed over the film. I thought that was amazing. I would say it's maybe 20 minutes too long.
Yeah.
There was a point where I was kind of ready for it to be over, and then it's like, oh no, there's a thing now, and I was like, oh okay. But I loved how it ended. I just thought, incredible, like a more lighthearted version of Interstellar, I would say. It's on par with that. Like if you like The Martian, you like Interstellar, this is a movie for you. It's fantastic.
And Efren, you enjoyed it.
Yeah, I just seen it yesterday, and I agree with James. I was thinking that the whole time. I kept on looking at my watch. How long is this movie? But I mean, I really enjoyed it. I mean, Ryan Gosling. I was telling Peter beforehand you guys, he's such a good actor. It's like he was perfect for this role. How they show how he got into space. What happened to him. And the ending, I go, was almost perfect for this man. The way he lived on Earth. And he was still teaching at the end. Because I don't know if I want to. Well, sorry. What happened at the end. So I thought it was perfect. The character Rocky. I was like, God. The creative minds of people to create creatures from another planet who just a rock. Like, oh my God, that's almost perfect, And even when they showed little rocks too, little creatures too. You can see they're, even though they were little and rocks, you can just tell their enthusiasm. I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but it was a really good movie.
I do agree with his mind. There was a couple of occasions where I thought that was the end of the film, and then we got more.
Twice. It's two fake endings, basically. Yeah. I think some of the visuals as well. Like I think the fishing sequence was amazing. Like and the color palette of it, such a beautiful movie to look at as well. I saw IMAX, was definitely worth it. Yeah.
Good stuff. You've not seen this one yet, Sorrel, have you?
We were in films that I saw advertised. It did note for me.
No, I'm the same, pal. I'm the same. I wouldn't have gone to see. I go out once a month or so with my mates to the cinema. And it's normally a kind of an action flick kind of thing. But one of my friends really wanted to see this. I hadn't been drawn to it from the trailers. So we only went because my pal Doug said, "Oh, let's go and see this one," and yeah, loved it. Nobody 2. Any of you guys seen that?
I thought it came
Yeah, it's
out
on the
years
cinemas
ago.
Yeah,
last
so
year, I
this,
think.
yeah, this has just hit Sky, so I watched it on Sky
Oh,
last weekend. Fun, good fun, action comedy kind of thing. Not as good as the first one, but I
Yeah.
don't think.
Okay.
But it was all right. Worth
My one takeaway from I liked they're on vacation kind of thing. I thought that was fun. My one thing I'm remembering now is I hated the villain. The villain was terrible.
the woman,
is it Sharon Stone or someone like that? Is it like
don't know who it is.
someone like that? I just thought it was like, this is a crap villain, like really bad.
No, I agree with you.
The rest of the movie's great.
Just going to quickly jump in the chat, guys. The show was a couple of weeks ago. This is for Masters. I couldn't make it due to other stuff, mostly work. I hear they're going to have some other previews, so keep it updated. I'm surprised we've not heard any rumblings then, Stephen. Any kind of, I know there'll be embargoed and stuff, but normally people come out and say it was good, bad, and different, whatever. So, crossover stories in the Soups, Spidey, Lois and MJ, Superboy Prime, ASM, Superboy and Spidey 2099, Jimmy Olsen and Carnage. What the? Jimmy Olsen and Carnage makes no sense. Anyway, Jonathan Kent and Ben Parker, Daily Planet and Daily Bugle, Power Girl and Punisher. Yeah, I already don't like it. Project Hail Mary was brilliant. Yeah, I really enjoyed it, Phil. I hated Scrubs first time round. It never appealed to us. It's worth checking out, Fuzzy. Worth checking out. It is a funny comedy, I think. I want to watch Hail Mary in 70mm IMAX. Yeah, you want it on the big screen. It's a beaut. I'm watching Hail Mary tonight. Oh, it's a good one, Ian. It's a good one. Nobody 2 was fun, but not as good as the first. Still with watch. Absolutely agree, E-Man. Absolutely agree. Nobody 2 was brilliant. I started reading Project Hail Mary. Never finished it. I think I enjoyed it, but didn't grip me to keep on reading. I would go and see it, James. I'll watch it on the screen, pal. It's worth a watch. Pardon me. I'm going to watch Hail Mary tomorrow, so silenced you. James, comment deal, try the audiobook instead. Right, chaps. Moving on, because we've got lots to get through still. I wanted to briefly mention this. First of all, I wanted to just do a big thank you to my channel members and to Andy in particular. We sent... Andy's been working massively behind the scenes on a website for us. So huge thank you to Andy for that. He's done incredible work and he's put his heart and soul into it. So thank you for that. This is out now. So this is the Triple J website. The main focus for this, the reason we've kind of pushed from it is some of you might remember a while ago, I did a video called the Global Geek Guide, where basically what I wanted to do was set up a guide for nerds that had local toy shops, comic shops and things like that. All across the globe, that if you're going somewhere, you can just click a button and find it. So Andy's been working on that. Big thank you to the channel members. I sent you guys the link or the email address last night for you to have a play with it, to have a look at it, to see how it works, to see if all the elements work, because there's a bit of trial and error with this. And you've really knocked it out of the park. So thank you so much to all of you that inputted stuff, tried it out, tested it. It really helped a lot. And it seems to be working quite nicely now. So on the website, you're going to have, we're adding loads of new features as well, by the way, I should say. So you get a little bit of a rundown there about my current stats. Uploaded over 1,500 videos. That's mental. Anyway, little bit of a blurb, talk about the different stuff we're going to have on the channel. In this section, you are going to have a members only community link. And there's going to be weekly comic book reviews, links to how you become a channel member on there. And then it pulls through automatically all of my my latest 3 videos. But the bit that I'm most excited about, that again, like I say, some of you guys have tested out for us, is the Global Geek Guide. So we've already got tons of places entered there, as you can see. Particularly chuffed that we've got bloody Australia and America and Canada already, people putting stuff in for those areas, which is absolutely incredible. So you can have a visual look at it there if you want. Down here, you can stick in your store name and it'll do a search for you, or you can stick a location for somewhere where you're going and it'll pull up all of the shops in that location for you, which is absolutely phenomenal. Down the bottom here, dead easy interface for anybody to go on and to stick in and enter a shop, a toy shop, a comic shop, anything that you want. And it'll pull through to the map. Now, whilst we're kind of getting it up and running, what I would ask is, when you put it in, just have a little look on the map and make sure it's gone to the right place, the right area. And then if it hasn't, drop a message on the contact us section at the bottom, because sometimes the the location thing is a little bit wobbly. But yeah, it's absolutely phenomenal. I cannot thank Andy enough. He's done incredible work on it. Thank you to the guys who've tested it out. www.tripplegcomics.com. We'll start kind of promoting it as the weeks go on. I'm going to do another video promoting the Geek Guide. But yeah, loving it already. First thing that's irritated us and pissed us off straight away when me and Andy started putting stuff on is I went away a couple of weekends ago, as you know, and there was a shop right next to us that I didn't visit. I was like, oh, come on. If I'd had this information 2 weeks ago, I would have been to that shop and had a look. So yeah, I'm hoping it's going to be useful, but I cannot thank Andy enough for the work he's put. It's absolutely superb. He's done a great job on the website, absolutely has. Update made as we speak, comic reviews, and hit refresh. Brilliant. Thank you so much, Andy. Andy's doing incredible stuff on this. Okay, conscious of time, guys. Probably going to do a video just about the website and might do a live show and a live walkthrough of it at some point as well, because it's amazing, absolutely amazing. Okay, moving on. Sorrel, I've seen this. Ready or Not 2. What did you think?
I really liked it. I thought it was a great movie. I thought this was better than the original, personally. But I know you had I know you didn't like the. Well, you said it was not as good as the first one. You said.
I still enjoyed it. I thought it was a good, fun movie. I loved the characters. I personally enjoyed the first one more. Okay. I could have done with a couple more inventive kills.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah. I wanted Sarah Michelle Gellar to have a better out than what she got. To be honest.
Yeah.
I wanted her to have a redemption arc. I thought that's where they were going when they sort of sat down towards the end together. I assumed they were going to have a bit of a redemption arc, and then nothing really came of it. So yeah, but I liked their dynamic as sisters in it. I thought they were a great pairing together. Them two actresses.
Yeah, I agree.
Samara Weaving and I can never remember her name. But yeah, really, really well. She was saying as well. Sarah Michelle Gellar said in an interview yesterday that I can never remember her name. The girl from the other girl, she was going to be in the new Buffy.
Oh, she was going to be.
She was going to be in the new Buffy, wasn't she? Apparently.
Yeah. She was going to come in later seasons, wasn't it? Later episodes.
Apparently.
Yeah. James, have you seen this one yet?
Yeah, I want to see it yesterday. I would say I really liked it. I think the first one's better. The first one's like incredible. And like this isn't as fresh, obviously, because this is just the same thing again. You know, just with like a couple of new twists. I do think I would have liked, because what I thought until it started was that they're all the people trying to kill them are also trying to kill each other. I thought there was like, because they're trying to compete to fight. So I thought that was going to be it. And then they do the whole like, oh no, you're not allowed to kill each other thing. But then they do some fun stuff with that. I think it's funnier in the first one. I think there was like a particularly a shot of like two people who can't see each other trying to fight that I thought was really funny. I think that whole sequence was really great. I really love that as well. Yeah, Catherine Newton and Samara Weaving, really good chemistry together. I loved Elijah Wood in it as well. I thought he was really great. Very good. Yeah.
The ending's a bit freaking mental though, isn't it? The ending's a bit weird.
Well, my issue was like I was going into it thinking it couldn't be as straightforward as they just do this. I thought there'd be something clever, and it's like no, they just do this. It's like okay, fair enough, you know. But it was I didn't mind anyway. But yeah, it's on par, like close enough to the first movie's quality, I think.
I'm looking forward to it coming out on Blu-ray and DVD so I can watch them back to back, do a double bill, because obviously the films just literally carry on, don't they? So I'm hoping they release it as a box set and do a stitch together version. Yeah,
that'd be really cool. I hope so too. Yeah.
I wonder if they'll do a third one. I mean, it feels like it's left open for more.
Deliberately left open, and I think they'll bring both of them back together if they do it again. Because I know it's been there's been a lot of things online, very very commending them two as together. So I'd assume they'd bring both characters back for a third installment if they did. But I think it would be milking it at that point. This was a good movie. Stop there while it's still good. Don't make a third one that's then crapper and pants.
Then we've got Invincible. Any of you guys watching Invincible?
Still haven't had a chance.
Still not around to it. There's that much TV in movies these days.
Oh yeah, I've seen it all. This is season 3 coming up, or 4.
4. I want to see. I think we've had the first 3 episodes.
I've seen all the seasons except for this new one, so I haven't caught up to it yet.
So the first 3 episodes are out. I think it's out every Wednesday. It hasn't dipped in quality. I don't think. I mean, I love the story anyway. Just class. Absolutely class. I
still can't believe I completely missed this comic book series when it first came out. I don't know why I missed it, It was right up my alley, but I just missed it when the series first came out. The comic books.
It was under the radar. Didn't really kind of
Yeah.
catch fire until later on. Well, actually, when it finished, I don't think it was ever particularly big. But yeah, loved it. Great cartoon, well worth checking.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, if you haven't watched the show for a little while, what we're doing with Back to the Future is we are picking a year every month, and we are splitting it by each show. So first show of the month, we'll do the movie section. We'll then do cartoons that came out that year. We'll then do comic books that came out that year. And I can't remember what the other one is. Something else that came out that year for the fourth week. So we did movies last time. This time we're going to talk briefly about cartoons. So these are cartoons that came out in 1997. Debuted. So as usual, chaps, what I'll ask you to do after I've done a quick run through is tell us which ones you haven't seen, and then pick a one to talk very briefly about. I loved South Park when it first came out. It was just so fresh and so different. I haven't seen it in absolutely
still
years.
great. It's still great.
But loved it back in the day. Pokemon, never got into, never watched any of it. King of the Hill, never watched that either. Men in Black I did watch, quite enjoyed that. We then had the Spawn animated series, not seen any of that, but I know Mr. Keegan has.
Yeah.
And then we've got Extreme Ghostbusters, which I have to say, I looked at that image and I thought, I'm not aware of this at all. This is not on my radar at all. So I've only really seen Men in Black and South Park from that lot. So I would just say South Park, just revolutionary at the time, incredible. I think that was probably one of the first kind of very adult-based cartoons I remember.
100%.
In terms of swearing and all that kind of stuff. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. James, how about yourself?
This is my era of cartoons, man. You know, like this is why I kind of grew up on. So like Spawn, I only watched recently, like just a few months ago. I binged through that and loved that. I thought that was great. So I hadn't seen that as a kid. But the rest of them, I remember Men in Black. I remember Extreme Ghostbusters. King of the Hill, I was more of a Simpsons person. But I'd watch it when it was on sometimes. South Park, I still remember staying in my nanny's house and like having the volume really low so she wouldn't hear I was watching something naughty, you know, that kind of thing. Like, so like I have a lot of nostalgia for early South Park, but like Pokemon was just a phenomenon when I was a kid. Like I right in the right age bracket for that. I love that cartoon so much. Like I think maybe like 5 years ago or something like that went through the whole original series again. Still enjoyed it, you know. I mean, I just like have such a deep love in my heart for like just that original kind of version of Pokemon. So that Pokemon would be my takeout from this. I think just like Generation 1, man.
So which ones haven't you seen, James?
I've seen them all.
You've seen them all.
Yeah.
You've seen them all. I've missed Extreme Ghostbusters. Efren, you familiar with any of these?
I've seen bits and pieces of South Park. I used to like it. I just don't know why I never got into it. I mean, every episode, Kenny's dead. Oh no! Oh my God, you killed Kenny.
Yeah.
You know, but I just never really started watching it. I used to watch King of the Hill. I believe it was the same people who created Beavis and Butthead.
Right.
King of the Hill.
Yeah, Mike Judge.
In Texas, it's just very dry humor. Hank Hill and revolves around them. They recently came back. On Hulu and
it's like a couple weeks, a month last year, is it?
Last year, I remember during Comic-Con, they made a big deal about it. And Bobby's an adult now, so I still enjoyed it. You know,
Yeah.
So to me, it was a good series. But the bottom three, nope, never seen one of them.
Yeah. Sorrel, how about you, bud?
I've seen all of them. I don't remember King of the Hill on the top right. I don't remember that one too much. Ghostbusters was great. I remember that. They were all on Fox Kids when I was growing up, like Ghostbusters.
Yeah, that's why
they were all on Fox Kids growing up. Pokemon, I was there from the very start. I remember getting the Pokemon Blue game for my Game Boy about a month before the TV series dropped, I think. Because I remember playing the game first, and then the TV series came, and I was blown away with it. And I've been a fan of Pokemon since I was a kid, so it's still a great franchise. They recently redid Pokemon Leaf Green and Fire Red and all that, and I've been playing them through on my Switch. So, I mean, a bit of nostalgia there. South Park's still as good as it always has been. I love a bit of South Park. I've been following that since I was a kid as well.
I'll have to try and watch a more modern episode and just see what it's like. Give it a
because
go.
they make it in 2 or 3 days, like it's from writing to think. It's always like whatever happened that week
Yeah, it's
is
current.
what they're making fun of. So it's like always if something just happened, the next episode we'll talk about it. Like it's really
there's
great.
been a lot of Trump ones recently, Pete. You'll probably enjoy those ones. There's been a lot of Trump ones.
Yeah, JD Vance is like a little your man from was it Fantasy Island or whatever Toto or whatever.
Right, I'm gonna have to check that out now. Right, we also had 3 animated movies come out this year without looking at your phones. Any ideas what they might be? Well, 2 animated, one blend of animation.
What, in 1997?
Yeah.
Space Jam.
Simpsons?
Hercules, yeah. Wow.
Okay.
Bless my soul. Was on a roll. My favorite Disney movie. My favorite animated movie.
So we had Anastasia, Hercules, and Casper. Anastasia.
In the dark of the night, he will find her.
Love that. Christopher Lloyd playing Rasputin.
Yeah,
actually, if you look at the cast list for that, it's phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. We've then got Hercules, which I have never seen. And we've got Casper the Friendly Ghost. Bill Pullman. Not Bill Pullman. Is it Bill Pullman?
Bill Pullman, yeah, I think.
Yeah, Bill Pullman.
I think it is, yeah.
I loved it. I think that was the first date me and my wife went on to the cinema to see Casper the Friendly Ghost. Some great ones. Sorry, did you say something, Reference?
No.
Oh, sorry, I thought you said something. Sorrel, any of those jump out at you? Any of those you enjoy?
I mean, Anastasia. I mean, as James said, that song, the Rasputin song, is like
best
so
song
good
of all time, I think.
Jim Cummings did the singing voice for that. You know, the guy who does the voice of Tigger and stuff. He's the singing voice for Christopher Lloyd. And as you say, top cast list. Hercules obviously was the film I grew up with. That one. That's the one that was like the Disney film at the cinema when I was a kid. Remember that one? I think every young lad loved Mega a bit too much. And then Casper. I remember seeing that in the cinema as well. Yeah. Great movie. I don't think I've seen it in a lot of years though, but there's a Ghostbusters cameo in that one. There's like a big
Dan
Aykroyd. Yeah, I've not seen it in a lot of years. I need to revisit that one.
Efren, how about you? Have you seen any of these ones?
I saw Hercules and Casper, but on such a long time ago. Past points memory doesn't remember that, So.
Well, we know that you're around the same age.
Yeah, me and Frank are hanging out too much.
Frank doesn't remember them either, I'm sure. Mr. Keegan, I know you're a big fan of Hercules.
I mean, it's my 100% my favorite Disney movie, and like I would say a contender for my favorite animated movie. I just always loved it. It really got me into like Greek mythology and all that. And I just think as a musical, like Zero to Hero and Go the Distance, like are such great songs as well. Anastasia, I really loved as a kid as well. And I remember just like Rasputin was just the coolest villain. I like the kind of Russian kind of story. Like I thought it was just really interesting, like kind of the historical element of it. But like In the Dark of the Night, I think I remember listening back to it maybe like 2 months ago, and I was like, I think this is like the most underrated villain song of all time. Like this song is slaps, like it's so good, And I was looking up whether there was a musical of this, and there is, but that song's not in it. And I'm like, what's the point of even seeing it? Why would we even do it if they're gonna put the best song in the movie in it? Like,
I just remember that one in particular because that was a one that we had on DVD or VHS. Yeah. And my daughter watched it on repeat.
Me and my sister did as well.
Super.
I remember watching a thing where James Woods was saying when he first did that role, he played it a lot straighter and a lot different. And then Disney were like, "Yeah, that's perfect." They were like, "I can do it different." And he did a cut of what became the voice of Hades, just on the whim. A bit like Robin Williams with the genie. It just came out of him, and then they were like, "No, do that again," and they just made him keep doing it. And he would
just
use
car salesman
thing.
It's just so clever,
it's so good.
Yes, very, very cool. Right, chaps, let's see what we've got in the chat before we wrap up. Waiting for the full season of Invincible to drop before watching them. Yeah, it's a good plan, Stephen. Good plan. Keep away from spoilers if you don't know the story. Thanks for all the store suggestions. Loads coming in. Oh, fantastic. My phone has been pinging away, Andy. So, yeah, good stuff. Lots of new ideas and suggestions. Thank you for that. A lot of talk recently about Invincible. They're releasing the trade paperbacks and making more books than ever before. Yeah. It's inevitable that it's going to come back, Phil. It's got to come back in some shape or form. They've got Battle Beast out there now, so I'm sure we'll get something. And I know there's still, Robert Kirkman was talking the other day, still pushing for a live action. I'd love to get another copy of issue number 1. I've got a copy, but it's not the best condition. But you're looking, even for like a 8.0 up, you're looking probably around about 800 upwards. If you want a 9.8, it's nearly $2,000. Yeah, it's a lot of money for a book, but it's beaut. It's a beaut. I wish I hadn't sold the one I had. Never mind. My nickname as a kid was Bobby from King of the Hill. Maybe I shouldn't admit that. Spawn animated series is superb. Never heard of Extreme Ghostbusters. Obviously enjoyed Pokemon and South Park over the years. Yeah, I'm not familiar with Extreme Ghostbusters. I might have to have a look at that one. Never heard of Extreme Ghostbusters. Spawn was good for the time. Co-creator of BTAS was one of the main peeps behind it. King of the Hill was a cool sitcom.
The Extreme Ghostbusters had a girl Ghostbuster in it. It was really popular. She was like an alternate gothy, punky kind of girl, and she became like the standout of it and like became like a fan favorite. I'm surprised she's never appeared in live action. It was, yeah.
So does it follow the same characters then? Is it the same?
I think it's a new crew. I think in my memory of it was.
Yeah, and it based on things a cult shop rather than it's a cult shop on it rather than the Ghostbusters headquarters, if I remember right.
And it was different items and stuff that they're bringing in and shit. Like, yeah.
It was to do with the occult shop more than the firehouse.
Okay. Nice to see you, Phil. Hope you're well. My daughter is covered in Hercules character tattoos. We loved watching it together when she was a little one. Yeah, good memories. Good memories. Someone needs to update the site with man. Don't start, James. He's quiet. I don't know if he's gone. But yeah. Manson prefers. Gee, God. Right, chaps, let's start wrapping up. Just another shout out to all my channel members. Huge thank you to you guys. Really do appreciate all your support. Loads of people supporting the channel at the moment, 20 odd members. So thank you for that. I appreciate every single one of you. Few videos out. We've got the live show from Sunday. Sunday is probably going to be my regular time slot now, 8 o'clock Sunday nights for Triple G Talks, where we look at comic book reviews, all the issue ones from the last week, a little bit of toy news, a little bit of toy show off, and whatever pickups I've had over the last few weeks. Book I can recommend from last week absolutely is Super Creep Show. That was great fun. The rest of them were pretty ropey, to be honest. This video came out on Monday. Please give it some love. It's not got a lot of views. This is a review of the Wolverine action figure. I think what I'm learning from my views at the moment is my regular viewers don't give a toss about this kind of an action figure. So I haven't got many more of these on the channel coming out. So give this one a little bit of love, and then I promise I'll move away from it because I ain't got many more coming in. This is Thursday's video, my visit to Droids versus Dinosaurs down in Newcastle under Lyme, where I picked up some phenomenal vintage figures, including a very nice Master of the Universe figure that I've never seen before. Okie dokie, chaps, what's occurring? Mr. Keegan, anything happening over on One Good Scare?
Yeah, unfortunately, we are not able to. Sorry, I got bounced back for a sec there. The voice of God came in. We're not able to do a live stream this Friday, unfortunately. So we're gonna have the Leprechaun video probably coming out on Thursday instead. And then we should be live next week as long as you're available, Pete.
Nope. Not next week. Good Friday, mate.
Great. Maybe oh shit, you're right. Okay. Well, we'll try and organize it for a different day of the week if we can.
I couldn't possibly do it on Good Friday because of Jesus. Do you know what I mean? It would be,
it wouldn't the whole weekend is the Sabbath, isn't it?
By that, what I mean is I need to eat as many chocolate eggs as possible, so I'll be in no shape.
Too gluttonous.
Unless you want a naked person with chocolate all over. So yeah. So we'll be back after that, I'm sure. Efren, pal, what you got coming up over on your channel?
I'm still trying to do our question show. I'll talk to you guys afterwards here. Maybe we can pick a date. And Peter and I are going to do our monthly comic book show. We did a reboot of it, Peter's idea, and it went pretty well. So we're going to continue that. And I'm still trying to get an artist to come. Peter and I are going to interview, hopefully in April. He said to shoot him a message at the end of April, so I'm going to do that. Keeping our fingers crossed.
Brilliant.
Besides that, hanging out with you guys, just having fun. I'm supposed to be in Rob's Fat Stack show sometime in April too.
Yeah,
that's on his channel.
That's always a fun show. So yeah, make sure you check that out when Efren's over.
I'll send you guys the link once it happens.
Good stuff. Mr. Sorrel, what's occurring over in your neck of the woods?
I've gone down a new rabbit hole, Pete, and it's a bad thing. There's now a new thing. It's called Rocky Moto, and it looks like a pot noodle, but there's a little vinyl figure inside in the blind box, and there's like loads of different ones available. So I've gone down another little blind bag hole. So now I'm going to be opening a couple of these. It's Godzilla. Look at him.
Do you get food in it as well?
No. So there's a mini Godzilla in every pack, but you do get like a little sachet, just like you would with Toy Stars and crap in it. And then there's like a little vinyl figure, and he's holding a little ramen bowl.
I thought it was top ramen soup that you're gonna eat. So.
I wish. But no, so I'm going to open this on stream. It was 12 quid. So I'm going to open this on stream and give it a little whirl. So we'll have a go.
Okay, sounds interesting. I do like a bit of a Godzilla. And I'm, just pre-warning, guys. I've been thinking again. It's ages since we've done that hot sauce challenge, so I am going to start trying to work out how we can do that. And we'll do another one of those. So yeah, that'll be good fun. Thank you to everybody in the chat. THX, glad YouTube suggested this live stream. Oh, thank you very much, pal. I'm pleased YouTube is suggesting my live stream, so that's good to hear. So thank you so much for joining. Make sure you all check out everybody on stream. Triple J Comics is myself. We've got James over at One Good Scare Show, all your horror related content. You got Efren at Passpoint Comics for all your comic book related stuff, and we've got Super Sorrel for all kinds of good stuff. So check him out for video reviews, toys, everything. He does a bit of everything. So please do check out all of those channels. It would be much appreciated. We'll have 30 odd people watching tonight. Thank you so much. Really do appreciate that. That's your whack. We shall catch you on Sunday night over on my channel, and then back here next Tuesday for more shenanigans. Thank you very much, chaps, and we'll see you later. Bye. Efren fall asleep.
The curtains close. It's time to go. We really hope you enjoyed the show. Check out my channel for more geeky fun and hit like, subscribe before you run. All that remains is our thanks to you from Triple G and his YouTube crew. We really do hope you come on back, but for now, that's your whack. Yeah, that's your whack.